Hi everyone, and welcome back. So this is actually the second filming of this episode. The first time that I filmed it, I forgot to connect the mic cable, which is very unfortunate because I do believe that there was some wisdom in that recording. And I think, in the future, I might turn on backup recording on the microphones. With all that being said, it's the next day now, and I do have work today. But I felt it important to use my free time in the morning to make a video, to take care of myself. Because now that I'm here, I feel good. I feel great, actually. And I wanted to talk about consequences, specifically related to being sick. And no, I don't mean about symptoms. I mean, what causes it? Because being sick isn't the thing that has consequences. Being sick is the consequence. And it's a religious belief. It flows off the tongue devoid of logic. But at the same time, in a way, this belief takes care of you. It takes care of the person that you want to be. I woke up this morning feeling good. And what did I do differently? Yesterday, even though I was sick, I did things with my life to take care of myself. Spiritually and physically. But why did I get sick in the first place? You know, it's easy, and even logical, to believe I just caught a cold. Happens to everyone. But every time I get sick, there's this thing I do, which I feel is very beneficial to my health. I ask myself why. What unhealthy decisions have I made in the past few weeks? There's a few. And thinking about those are what led me to the realization of why. Because now that I'm here, I realize that being sick is only because I didn't take care of myself. It's important to recognize that you are more than that. It's not so simple as make bad decisions and taking a pill will solve it. No, of course, this world is much more complicated than a doctor would have you believe. If you don't take care of yourself, you will get sick. And I treat it as a sort of alarm. But it's a special sort of alarm. Because it doesn't need to be plugged into the wall. It doesn't need to connect to a server. It simply does as it was designed to do. It reminds of the thing that needs to be known about. So now that I've rectified those decisions, maybe it'll be a little longer before I get sick the next time. And that time too, I'll think about what I did. I'll think about why it happened. And I think just maybe, even though this practice doesn't really seem to have a solid, logical basis, it's the best for my health. And I think you should try it too. You know, over the past year, it's been a time of getting used to things. You know, having a job, having a camera with its own set of limitations. And every tool has a set of limitations. But what most people don't realize is that you are the most important tool. None of the things you own or anything without you. And so, if you take care of yourself, if you take care of your soul, you'll be healthier than ever. And that's the main thing that I want you to take away from this. Next time you get sick, ask yourself, what have I done that was unhealthy? No one is immune. You can't stay up till 4 a.m. every night and expect to be healthy. So ask yourself that. Ask yourself the question why. I think that question should extend to many areas. When you understand your relationship with the world you live in, you almost don't need to understand the world itself. It's so complex. Each car that passes by me, teams of hundreds of people designed. Each tree here may be planted decades apart by people from all different walks of life, now here for me to enjoy in the changing leaves of the fall. And I don't need to know where they came from. I simply need to understand my relationship with this world, because I have always tried to excel in everything that I do. But if I take care of myself, I'll do even better. I'll go farther. You know, in this past year since I've gotten my camera, it's been a time of getting used to things, of thinking for myself, of understanding the limitations of the tools that I own. And now, a year after, I think I realized that the limitation that I really needed to understand was myself. If I had this idea in my head that the tool I was using was stopping me from accomplishing what I needed to do, then I wouldn't try hard enough. I think I've quoted this in many videos by now, but limitations are everything. Limitations lead to innovation. Limitations cause learning. And even when you take such a big step up as going from a phone to a camera, there is still much to learn. The limitations are different now, but they still exist. And understanding them can be your key to success. And now that I understand my own limitations, now that I know just how important it is to take care of myself, I sit here today, only minutes away from leaving for work, simply wondering, what will I know in a year's time that I don't know right now? In the constant pursuit of learning, I've always been. But for a time, I didn't want to. I didn't recognize that pushing through the hard stuff and pushing through the things that I didn't want to do or thought were useless were what would get me to where I am today. And it's a good place to be now. I like it here. Things are going my way. But reflection is important too, to understand this world. So I think I'm going to go to work now. Thank you for listening to my talk. And I hope you decide tomorrow and the day after and every day onwards to take care of yourself that little bit more. To not make those bad decisions. Because you are valuable. You are not a product of the tools you own. What the tools make is a product of you. It is yourself. And it is dependent on your health if you want those things that you make to be of any value. Thank you for watching.